What's going on, guys? My name's Vito, and welcome to my update for November of 2015. So it's been a little while. I know it's been quite a while. I think my last video has been, September. I think so, just over 2 months ago. I think it was like September 28th. So it's not quite 2 months, but pretty close to it. The last 2 months have been just absolutely nuts with work and personal life and everything that life can throw at you. For those who don't know, I work at a higher end banquet facility, and some days, when my day job is my day job, and all I have to do is I go in at 9 o'clock, I leave at 5 p.m., I get my stuff done. But we've been so busy with events that sometimes I'll go in at 9 a.m. and I'll leave at 2 a.m. the next morning. So you can obviously tell that I haven't had that much time to be able to play or be able to game or be able to make videos or really anything of the sort. And, well, I apologize if my voice is kind of funny or sounds sniffly or nasally. I'm actually just getting over a fever. That has been probably the most funniest way to end off this month of just being kicked in the butt over and over and over again at work. But I'm getting over a fever. I'm getting over a cough. I'm on like day 3 of Advil and sleep and water, so I should be okay after this. But it's been a little while since I've actually done a video like this, like a gameplay commentary, where, for those who don't know, it takes a little bit to make a good video. Usually I'll put a lot of effort into like my Project Guardian videos, like that'll, and my weapon reviews. Those will have a lot more editing, a lot more effort, a lot better commentary. Like usually I'll have a script of exactly what I want to say right in front of me, but I'm kind of going back to my roots. It's gonna be a once in an every once in a while thing where I just kind of have a notepad open. I have bullet points written down in case I get too far off the beaten path, and these will just kind of help me refocus, realign, and keep saying what I want to keep saying without creating too much of a tangent. But I actually used to be able to do all of my videos off the cuff. I used to be able to have an idea of what I want to say, and then I would just kind of go off of everything I used to say in the video until the gameplay actually ended. Unfortunately, I've gotten a little too lax on that, and I've taken advantage of the fact that I do have time to make videos, or I do have time to put effort into videos, and I do have ideas of what I want to do and writing out everything that I want to say. But that just comes with a higher standard of video production, I guess. But with that being said, I just want to thank everybody for the support. I've been doing this for about 4 years, and we're almost at 3,000 subscribers. And I know a lot of you are going to say in the comment section below that's saying, like, you've been doing this for 4 years. Why don't you have more subscribers? Well, it's because that, I don't. It's a combination of not putting in enough effort, going on and off for the last couple years. It's a mixture of just not putting enough time to put myself out there. It's not just me not, I guess, putting enough effort to get there, I guess, if that makes any sense. And do I want more subscribers? Of course. I want more feedback from you guys. I want to be surrounded by people who have the same interests that I do, and to be able to share your interest with me and be able to give me your feedback and your input. I mean, that's great conversation. I am always down for a great conversation, whether it's in person, on the internet, whatever. But I mean, it's to think about, like, 3,000 subscribers. I don't even know 3,000 people. I mean, I had a graduating class of 500. I mean, that's a little bit over. That's about 6 times the amount of people that were in my graduating class. And there are, like, I thought that was crazy. Just seeing that many people in the hallway and on 3 floors of stairs all the time, every day in high school. I mean, it's pretty crazy. I mean, it's crazy to think that there's 6 times the amount of people who are actually going to who actually subscribe to watch my videos. Now, obviously, there aren't 3,000 people who watch me constantly. September and August, those were really great months. That's when The Taken King came out. It's when we were getting ready for The Taken King. Some of my best videos, I mean, my first Project Guardian video, it was the simplest how to level up from 0 to 20 before The Taken King, and now it's up to like 17,000 video views. Now I have like how to get to level 40, or how to get to light level 34 from when House of Wolves came out. I mean, that's at like 3,000. I mean, it was a great time to be a Destiny YouTuber. And I mean, there was just hundreds upon thousands of views, and I thank everyone for the likes and the comments and the views and everything like that. But I mean, it was just, it was a different time, I guess. I mean, it was great. But now we're into November, and we're still kind of waiting on Bungie to say, hey, Destiny 2 is going to be released, or the next DLC for Destiny as a whole. We're still kind of waiting on that. So we're now back into this Destiny drought. I don't really know how that segued into Destiny, but actually I do. It's we're fine. But now we're kind of into this Destiny content drought where, if you've been a player since vanilla, you definitely know what drought I'm talking about. We've done everything in Destiny. We've done Oryx. We've done, well, King's Fall and Oryx are the same thing, but we've done the King's Fall. We've done King's Fall Hard. We've done King's Fall Vanilla. We've gotten all the raid gear that we've wanted, and we've gotten enough raid weapons where like we don't want anything else from it. Pretty much everything that you can do in Destiny is done. And before TTK came out, I always had a weekly checklist, and that was to Nightfall. That was to try and do Crota if I could, try and run PoE if I could, all for a chance to get another exotic weapon, to get that PvP pulse rifle that I've been waiting for forever. Pretty much the way I see it is that Vanilla Destiny and Dark Below Destiny, at the time it seemed like the content sucked once everything was done, and I'm not gonna lie, when House of Wolves came out and we did the 5 weeks of PoE, which for those who don't know, PoE is Prison of Elders, which is kind of like the Destiny's attempt at Horde mode. It's you go into different rooms, you go into 5 different rooms. It's either 5 or 4, I can't really remember. I think it's 4 different rooms, but there's 5 rounds, and then you go through a final boss wave after that. But we did 5 different weeks of 5 different boss fights, and that was really, really cool. But after that, we were back into, grinding out for Yellowhorn, grinding out for the Thunderlord if we haven't had it, and just there was initiative to do the raid. There was initiative to do the Nightfall. There was initiative to play PvP. As of right now, we don't have a Yellowhorn 2.0 for TTK. Yeah, they say Sleeper Stimulant was supposed to be that. It's not even at the same caliber, man. I mean, whenever I run people through Crota's End, I still pull out Yellowhorn. I have a couple raid weapons. I have the rocket launcher. I have the rocket launcher and the scout rifle for the Oryx, or for the King's Fall raid. And would they probably work? But it's I don't know. I like the Yellowhorn a little bit more. But before TTK, there was an initiative to do the raid. There was an initiative to do the Nightfall, and it was for Yellowhorn. It was for Truth. It was for Thorn. It was for the Last Word. I mean, things that you can kind of carry yourself into either PvP or into that upper echelon of endgame content. And it was just, in my opinion, it was just better. It was just a lot better. Well, I don't want to keep ranting about Destiny all day. I don't even really call it a rant, but it was a little bit of a moment of saltiness. let's talk about what games I've been playing since it's been about 2 months, and for all I know, you guys might think I only play Destiny. I've been playing a lot of Black Ops 3 lately. I played a lot of Ultra Street Fighter 4 on the PC. StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void just came out. For those who would like to know, I main Ryu in Ultra Street Fighter 4, and then my secondary character is Evil Ryu, and then my third character is Yoon, or Yun, or however you want to pronounce it. And the race that I mainly play in StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void is Zerg, Zerg Master Race. But I've also been doing Archon mode with another YouTuber who you've probably heard me talk about on the channel a couple times. You might have even seen him in previous videos. But BBK Dragoon, he's a Terran, and so I've been playing Archon mode with him and trying to learn Terran, and vice versa with him trying to learn Zerg via Archon mode. Which, for those who don't know, Archon mode is kind of like, how do I explain it? It's like you can bring a friend into your game, but they can control everything you do, but it's still a one-on-one game. It's not like it's 2v2. Because in 2v2, like, you each choose your own races, then you go up against another team. No, this is like, it's almost like you're shadowing somebody, but it's like an active shadowing, if that really makes any sense. So, like, he can control the Zerg economy while I go in for a fight, or he can control the fight while I keep building up units for him. So it's like you're kind of being thrown into the pit and trying to learn on the spot, which it's an awesome way to do it. But with me playing Black Ops 3, I've come to a point where I've enjoyed it so much, and Black Ops 3 is just an out of this world Call of Duty. For those who don't know, I love Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 to my core. I absolutely just enjoy it. I love the campaign. I love the multiplayer. I got up to 10th prestige, level 70. Well, I think I got up to level 65, but who's really counting at this point? 6 years later. But I absolutely love Modern Warfare 2. The Spec Ops were great. The multiplayer was awesome. The maps were great. Campaign was awesome. But Black Ops 3 is the first game in the last couple of years that's really made me enjoy and play Call of Duty every day again. Like, I literally go on every day and I play like 2 matches. Or 3 matches, depending on what time of the day it is. It's awesome. And so, with that being said, I'd really like to start posting Black Ops 3. I'd love to start posting gameplay commentaries and start posting older shows that I once had. For example, when I used to post Call of Duty in the past, I kind of did a variety thing. I played Call of Duty 4, I played Modern Warfare 2, I played Black Ops 1, I played Black Ops 2, I played World at War, and I had this one show that's pretty much essentially the exact same thing as my one-man, or as my Ragnarok Destiny live commentary show, where I just kind of go in and I play multiplayer, but it was called One Man Army. And I really want to bring that back, and especially do that for the Call of Duty side of it. But back then, I mean, I was just doing gameplay commentaries. I didn't really have any shows. I didn't have any sort of finesse with editing. I didn't really have any idea of what it took to make a good video. But now that I do know how to make a good video, I have the tools to make a good video, I really want to start doing this right. So I want to do things like top 10s. Like, no, I don't want to do top 10s like top 10 plays or anything. I want to do like top 10 characters in Call of Duty, top 10 moments in Call of Duty, top 10 badass moments in Call of Duty. I want to do like zombie runs. I want to do weapon reviews. I want to do PvP tips or multiplayer tips, and so many more ideas that I just have thriving through my head right now. That I just want to, that I can apply to a game like Call of Duty, but I can't apply to a game like Destiny. Pretty much, I'm just gonna be stepping up my YouTube game, and that's essentially all it is. I do want to get a schedule on track. The easiest way to get onto a schedule is to write it on some sort of calendar. Whether you write it on some sort of calendar, whether it's on your phone or on your computer, or you have a physical calendar that you write it on, saying, upload today, and you just write an X on it. But I want to start doing a schedule, and I want to start posting every Monday. I know that sounds kind of bland and sounds kind of bare bone at the moment, but Monday is my day off. If I'm lucky, I have 2 days off. Monday, I know I can definitely get a video out, and I mean, once things start getting a little bit easier, and slow season starts to come up during work and school, then I can post 2 or 3 videos a week. Then I can start posting more of what I want to do. But I just want to tell everybody that this is still mainly going to be a Destiny-driven channel, and that Black Ops 3 or whatever Call of Duty comes next will just be on the side. And with everything that's kind of going on with introducing Call of Duty and going with Destiny, I'd like to be able to stream again when my PC rig is upgraded a little bit, because for those who don't know, I still have an Elgato Game Capture HD, which is a 30 FPS capture card. It's great for recording. This thing has been going for 3 years for me strong, and it hasn't kicked. It's a really great capture card. But since we are in a new era of YouTubing and 60 FPS is a thing, I can't really see, unless that the game is naturally capped at 30 frames per second, I don't see a reason why I shouldn't be doing 60 FPS content. So that means I need to buy a 60 FPS capture card, which, isn't a huge deal. I can get that done. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. Something else that I kind of wanted to talk about a little bit. In December of 2012, for those who don't know, I was actually partnered by Machinima, and that means like Machinima can claim me on their videos, and I have ads playing, and I get a little bit of change every month from Papa Machinima for the videos that I put out. That's really no big secret. Pretty much, I was locked. Well, I don't want to say it locked as in like it's a bad thing, but my initial term with Machinima was 3 years. It has now been 3 years, and for those who don't, I mean, you guys don't know this at all, actually. So, I wanted to potentially switch over networks. I don't want to say which networks that I wanted to switch over to, but I didn't like what I was seeing. I wasn't really, I didn't get anything that. I wasn't getting anything new that I wasn't getting out of Machinima, I guess. So I contacted the Machinima guys. I talked about my contract. I talked about everything else with the contract and what I wanted. They were more than compliant with it, so I'll officially be with them for another year. And going back to around the time when I was partnered, there was this huge blow up of videos saying that I'm locked in with Machinima, I'm locked in with this network, I'm locked in with this network, no one's talking to me, and I can't get out of it. Well, kind of a newsflash for anyone who's trying to get partnered out. Anyone with a YouTube channel that's kind of in the 1,000 to 2,000 or 1,000 to 3,000 subscriber range, and you're trying to get partnered. Now, every contract has some sort of initial term of how long you need to be with them. You'll have places that'll say like, oh, you don't have any CPM caps, you don't have any terms. Well, it's not 100% true. Like, to get your money, it's going to be at least a month. So they're going to say, oh, you have an initial term of 6 months. You have an initial term of 2 months. You have an initial term of 3 months. Because they need to make the money off you, and you need to make the money off them as well. So it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be nice. Machinima's been super nice. It's kind of a I don't know. It could either be a good thing or a bad thing, depending on how you look at it. I personally haven't had any issues with Machinima before, so I haven't had the need to email them about anything. But whenever I have emailed them about stuff like amending my contract for some reason, they've been quick, they've been efficient, they've been speedy, and they've been more than compliant with any of the any of the requests that I've had that are within reason, I should say. So that's pretty much it for the first channel. And you're probably gonna say, first channel? You have a second channel? Well, yeah. Pretty much once the schedule on this channel is established and going strong, you know, I've been thinking about posting on my second channel, which for those who don't know, which I'm assuming most of you don't, I do have a second channel, and it's called Vito Plays Video Games. And it started off as a Let's Play channel. I did a Let's Play of Halo 2 Anniversary when it came out for the Master Chief Collection on it. But I don't want to do Let's Plays. I've never been good at Let's Plays. I don't know if it's just me not having enough time with it, having enough experience with it, but I've never been good at Let's Plays. But I do want it to be a diversity channel. I do want it to be a channel that I play games with friends on. The easiest comparison I can make it to is like a channel like PewDiePie or CNanners or Hutch or Venos or Minilad, and just kind of have fun. I mean, I want to be able to record my games and just post them. I mean, it's just something that I want to do. But this video has gone on for a little too long, in my opinion. But I apologize if you were looking for like a tip video or something of that sort. But you know, unfortunately, you're not gonna get it. You're not gonna get it today. But I apologize for how long the video is. You know, if the whole Black Ops 3 Call of Duty thing upsets you or bothers you, you know, feel free to unsubscribe. I'd much rather you go watch another a true Destiny tuber like BBK Dragoon or Professor Broman or King Ithalian, somebody who plays Destiny for, you know, for a lot longer than I do each week. Who are better at making Destiny content than I am, then for you not to be happy. So with that being said, I hope everything goes well in the future. I hope everything is better, and yeah, I will see you on next Monday. Peace out.